Hello and welcome back to Bible Wits Bible Corner. Today we're going to pick up in Joshua chapter 22. I'm going to read the first 9 verses, starting with the English Standard Version. At that time Joshua summoned the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half-tribe of Manasseh and said to them, "You have kept all that Moses the servant of the Lord commanded you, and have obeyed my voice and all that I have commanded you. You have not forsaken your brothers these many days down to this day, but have been careful to keep the charge of the Lord your God. And now the Lord your God has given rest to your brothers, as he promised them. Therefore, turn and go to your tents in the land where your possession lies, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you on the other side of the Jordan. Only be very careful to observe the commandment of the law of Moses, that the servant of the Lord commanded you, to love the Lord your God, and to walk in all his ways, and to keep his commandments, and to cling to him, to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul." So Joshua blessed them and sent them away, and they went to their tents. Now to the one half of the tribe of Manasseh, Moses had given a possession in Bashan, but to the other half Joshua had given a possession beside their brothers in the land west of the Jordan. And when Joshua sent them away to their homes, he blessed them. He said to them, "Go back to your tents with much wealth and with very much livestock, with silver, gold, bronze, and iron, and with much clothing. Divide the spoil of your enemies with your brothers." So the people of Reuben and the people of Gad and the half-tribe of Manasseh returned home, parting from the people of Israel at Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan, to go to their land of Gilead, or to the land of Gilead, their own land, of which they had possessed themselves by command of the Lord through Moses. New Century Version. Then Joshua called a meeting of all the people from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and East Manasseh. He said to them, you have done everything Moses, the Lord's servant, told you to do. You have also obeyed all of my commands. For a long time you have supported the other Israelites. You have been careful to obey the commands the Lord your God gave you. The Lord your God promised to give the Israelites peace and has kept his promise. Now you may go back to your homes, to the land that Moses, the Lord's servant, gave you on the east side of the Jordan River. But be careful to obey the teachings and laws Moses, the Lord's servant, gave you, to love the Lord your God and to obey his commands, to continue to follow him and serve him the very best you can. Then Joshua said goodbye to them, and they left and went away to their homes. Moses had given the land of Bashan to East Manasseh, and Joshua gave land on the west side of the Jordan River to West Manasseh, and he sent them to their homes, and he blessed them. He said, "Go back to your homes and to your riches, You have many animals, silver, gold, bronze, and iron, and many beautiful clothes. Also, you have taken many things from your enemies that you should divide among yourselves." So the people from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and East Manasseh left the other Israelites at Shiloh in Canaan and went back to Gilead. It was their own land, given to them by Moses as the Lord had commanded. Okay. So here we see the tribes are starting to part ways and go to the land that was promised to them. One thing I want to point out in this passage here is Joshua does tell the tribes of Gad, Reuben, and East Manasseh, hey, yes, you have kept your word, and God has also kept his word of bringing peace to the Israelites. So, yes, go ahead and go home, but be careful to continue to follow God's commands, the commands that God had given Moses. In other words, you can't just go home and do your own thing. You've still got to follow the laws that were handed to Moses by God. You've still got to do everything that God through Moses commanded. So these tribes, they do end up going home. Now, I want to focus on what Joshua said, because that is even still important to us today. We live under the new law. We don't live under the old. I say that in several of my videos. But we still are to follow the teachings and the laws that Jesus gave us while he was here on earth. We still have to love our enemies as we love ourselves. We still have to pray for those that persecute us. We can't just sit back idly and think, oh, well, there's peace, there's nothing going on. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to do anything. We can't do that. Just because everything is calm doesn't mean we can't still praise God, because we should still praise God. We should still pray for our enemies. We should still love our enemies the way we love ourselves. So, even though I brought up an Old Testament passage, the message that Joshua gave to those three tribes is still pertinent today. We still have to follow God. I hope you find encouragement in this, and I hope you have a wonderful, God-centered day. Bye.